There we go.
That was a violin.
Ladies and gentlemen, Babylon has fallen. The world of professional wrestling has changed as we know. Vincent Kennedy McMahon has stepped down.
Did he really though? That's the first question.
Well,
did he really? What do you think? Did he
well, so I was going to say it was just
the final conquest from the globalists.
From the global all elites.
The orders have been given from the all elites.
Tony Khan is now taking over.
From the all elites.
So I thought it was just going to be CEO, and then I don't know. I haven't gone back to verify it, but when they were talking about Brock Lesnar, which that's another talking point on this, walking out, they said when he found out Vince stepped down from CEO and creative. So that the creative part, they didn't mention that in the official statement, so we don't know as far as that goes. But it's just kind of funny.
All he was doing was creative, so that's what was left, right?
Yeah. So who knows?
Retired is retired. I think they're trying to keep it a little bit vague, like maybe come back, but retired is I'll be watching from home.
And that's what he said.
Total damage control.
He didn't necessarily
he's not a part of it.
He didn't necessarily say watch from home, but he did say that I will be watching, or that he's going to be watching the superstars, but they will not see him tonight. So that's one thing that was also stated on there. And it was funny because I actually wanted to talk about Vince McMahon tonight. I didn't want to have a full-on episode on it or talk about it because I think Jess would want to be here for it. I actually wanted to go over Vince McMahon's time in USWA in Memphis. I thought that was crazy. I started deep diving into all his promos that he was cutting in '93 when he was feuding with Jerry Lawler, and this was before Jerry Lawler transitioned to Monday Night Raw as a full-time commentator. And it's kind of funny. It was like the inverse. Vince McMahon was leading an invasion of guys that are babyface or were babyface at the time on WWF, like Bret Hart, Macho Man, Tatanka, and they were all coming into USWA as heels. And it was like they were being fed to Lawler.
Oh, wow.
And, dude, it was crazy. I was like, what? This is like a whole nother world of wrestling that we didn't even... I'd never seen any of these clips before. And it's
Are you watching it on YouTube or is it on
it was
Peacock
on YouTube.
Somewhere?
Okay. It was on YouTube. And it's like Vince... It's like he's practicing his heel character that would become the Mr. McMahon character in 1998. It was fucking crazy. And it was actually pretty cool to see.
Crazy.
But, obviously that pales in comparison to the news today, obviously, of Vince McMahon stepping down, retiring. That's crazy.
I don't think news of 1993 is going to top this one.
No, nothing's going to top it now.
It was really surreal, man. It was
is.
First of all, everyone that likes wrestling all texted each other, so it was one of those oh shit
or
moments.
even people that know that you like it, but they don't necessarily care. They're like, did you hear? I'm like, no, I've been working. They're like, Vince stepped down. I was like, what?
Imagine
the funny thing about it was I stepped away from my phone on my computer to take a break. I was doing something with the kids in the other room, and it was about 45 minutes, and that's when everything dropped, and my text threads went nuts, and I came back, I'm like, why do I have 16 text messages in the last 45 minutes, and it was all about Vince.
Because Daddy's gone.
Crazy, man.
Daddy left us.
It feels like no, dude. It's like the announcement might as well have been he passed away because that's how big it was, and now it feels like there is a big.
We've talked about that. That honestly, that if he really does leave and not do anything, I don't know how long he's going to be able to be on this world. When you work that hard and then you just stop.
That's why I don't think he's going to be completely
I'm scared
done
for it, to be honest.
He's either got to buy the NWA. Or do something else big.
Because imagine though. I didn't even think about that scenario.
It's gonna be like Joe Paterno. It's all he has. Like he's gonna die of a broken heart if he doesn't stay engaged. It's just
I hope it it might lead to an on-screen return like character. It could.
Buying the NWA would be pretty sick. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah. It's pie in the sky, but what are you gonna do? That's funny.
He just runs with all these different promotions. That'd be funny.
Yeah, and he's still the biggest shareholder, so I don't know what power that means.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't think there's much in the boardroom, but if you're the voting,
what does he
still have the
run?
majority
30%,
shares.
Craig?
I don't know.
Does he run about 30?
They own 80%. Well, the McMahon family owns 80% of the
He's probably got 51 by himself. He's probably made sure that he was.
I didn't know it was that high.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 30% all in or something.
They own 80% of the shares. Yeah.
That's a lot.
So, but I actually don't know if it means he's still on the board. If he's retiring, I don't think so. Because Stephanie has got the chairman of the board gig. So he technically can't do what he wants. So it's not like he's got the power. It's whether Stephanie and Triple H will do what he wants in the background. I think, right?
We were talking about this earlier at home, and it was is it going to be a period of time where he's telling Stephanie what to do, and eventually Stephanie tells him to kick rocks? Because I think that could happen. Like, hey, this is what it is, and eventually Steph's like, I don't have to listen to you anymore. This isn't working, and I have my own ideas. But again, we're just now getting into it. The other part of it, I think that is really, in my mind, interesting, but we don't have proof. It must be much bigger than it is. I think there's more we don't know.
Oh, yeah. So to that point, I know that HBO Real Sports was doing a piece on it, and HBO Real Sports can dig deep and can destroy you. So
I think they're going to find
there could be a lot more
people,
because we haven't heard
more people. I think there's
the internal investigation that the WWE board was going to do an internal investigation. We don't know the results of that. Maybe we'll never know now because he's retired, and so maybe there was a lot more stuff. But
what if he brings back the WWF? He starts off as the ringside announcer again. Oh, welcome everybody to the World Wrestling Federation. And just,
Hype the sports where it all began.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That would be NWA. You could do something like that. I mean, I know that's hypothetical, but with the NWA, it's small enough where you could do that.
And he could be biding time.
Stuff, right?
He could be biding time to where, like, I'm gonna let this blow over, or wait for WWE to fall a little bit and clamor to come back. So maybe just there's so many different scenarios and like stuff.
So many.
Exactly. You just never know. Like you need to cool off. You can't be around. You can't come. He's gone from coming out and making sure he's around and not saying I'm not going anywhere. F you. I'm coming out to open every SmackDown. To
know what?
I'm retiring. See you. Bye. Later. Kick Rock.
I just figured it out. It's XFL for the third time, and The Rock's gonna help him.
Maybe
the XFL.
Maybe
he would do it full time, right? You wouldn't have any distractions, and
then there's gonna be
completely separate.
Then there's gonna be 12 million in hush money to cheerleaders. You're gonna find out.
Oh my god, that's awful.
I still have it.
Any more on that topic? Because I mean that was a wild tweet that went out today. I do find it funny. The one thing I thought about, I sent you guys the text from Jerry Briscoe. He's like, "You guys are terrible." I'm like, dude, you know what? But you know why? Like, come on, don't be like that.
And
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, Dave. I keep I'm stepping on.
No, you're good. I want to see where you take that because there's two sides to this thing, right?
I love that Jerry Briscoe totally is defending him, but I don't think Jerry Briscoe is kind of an old man that's just like searched for Vince McMahon. Like, yeah, there's people that are always going to talk bad, but most of my kind of thread on Twitter is positive, like, or just like shock or whatever. It's not like good that guy's gone. Like, Kevin Nash had some really nice things to say.
Everybody, pretty much.
Everyone. There's a lot of positive.
But you have to understand what people that aren't in the wrestling world are hearing, and even people that are, and they won't stand for it. So there's even today, my wife and I were talking about it, and she said, I'm glad he's gone. I said, I get that. And then she came back, she said, I'm sorry. I'm like, why are you sorry? She's like, well, I know what he meant to you as a kid and what he did for so many people in the wrestling world. And I don't want to just dismiss that. I said, yeah, but what he did was really horrible, right? I mean, and we don't even know the gist of it.
Yeah. So I mean, once again, if
it's just an NDA, that's one thing. Right. But if it's anything beyond that, it's going to be bad. I feel like it's going to be really bad. And it's hard to dismiss that kind of stuff. Even today, we were watching some stuff for some packages we're going to do, and Benoit was on it. My wife's like, I still can't watch that. She can't separate it. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. But she can't separate it, and I don't blame her. It didn't, and we have to sit here and struggle with it because we're like, man, look what this person gave us. It's the Al Davis syndrome. He gave me 3 Super Bowls, but that guy was a flying loon by the end, and he was destroying the Raiders as what we knew what they were, and he had to go when he passed away. It was the best thing that happened, but for Oakland and Las Vegas at the time. Now they got this fantastic stadium. They're being ran better. He was just
nice stadium.
Done.
Like that.
Yeah. And I think this is going to be very similar. Like I hope better comes from it, but we'll see. All the talent's there. The storylines can get a lot better. I think there's going to be a lot less worry about putting your opinions out there. They're going to be more valued because that sucks. And you move on, rewrite everything the day before every week. Like that stuff's not going to happen anymore. Stuff's going to hopefully get a chance to develop too. over
But
time.
we'll see. I mean, because for one, yeah, now it would really be a test. We'll see. Let's see how it runs now without him, especially if he's really actually gone from creative. Because for all we know, we don't know that part yet. So he may still be there for that. But yeah, I mean, it's just
it'll be interesting.
If all you find out is he just had affairs, then yeah, scumbag. And I understand why. I think you would just step down anyways. It doesn't necessarily mean if that's all we find out, there's just more affairs, then it's because it's a public trade company and they're like, oh, you can't have this, man. That's bad PR for us. If that's all you did, yeah, shame on him. But it's not.
But if that was the case, then they should just put it out there in the public and get past it. They wouldn't make him step down. That's why I'm really in the belief that it's worse. It's worse than that.
Well, especially if he used company money to do that, which I don't see him being that stupid. I don't
12 million over 3 or 4 people is a lot of money, and I think there's more, and I think it's worse than what we know.
We'll see.
And I think you know what, this is a man that beat the U.S. government, right? So this is a man that we were talking earlier, much like he's a sociopath, and he is what he is because he's an alpha dude, and he said in the Pat McAfee interview, "I never look behind me." So as soon as something's done, I'm always looking forward, and even when everyone's telling you can't do that, does it anyway. He mortgaged his house for WrestleMania. You can never tell him what to do. He's the ultimate alpha. He's the ultimate decision maker. He's not happy unless he's fighting someone. He never thought that he would have get caught in anything he does in life, and whether that's business or whatever. And I think it's 77 or whatever. I think it just catches up with you, man. And it's a different time. And when you get so big that we said it on the last Unscripted or so, but when you're a global company, you're the biggest shareholder or not, it's your billions depend on you keeping your nose clean.
I still don't feel like he forced. I don't think it's going to come down to that. I think it's just maybe you're just going to find out there was right now we're thinking maybe like 4 or 5 girls. We're probably just going to find out that there was like 15 or 20 that he hooked up with, and that could be that could be all that it comes down to. And who knows if there's even more money.
That's what
that's been. I don't think I'm hoping not, but I gut feeling I don't feel like he actually, forced someone into any.
But then if that's not the case, if they were just relationships and maybe a little bit of favoritism and things like that, then just put it out in the open and move on. That's why I'm like, why are they doing so much to cover it, and why are they forcing him to step down? That's why I personally think it's more. I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. Because how much did that take? How much did that take to get him to step down? Like, could you imagine how the conversations had?
That is the thing. It's
that's all you heard in the.
It's crazy.
He had to be dragged out the building. He didn't do that tweet.
Behind closed doors. Yeah, I know. They had to pin him down and they had to write it for him. Like,
yeah, he's still like being held against his will in his office and going to be taken out when he's calmed down.
Imagine they said we need you to do a video conference like someone else we know.
Yeah.
And he's like, no.
Triple H. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Triple H and Kane and Undertaker had to hold him down, and Stephanie had to grab the phone. As soon as she hit tweet, he's like, no! Yeah. And then he's like, it's over. It's over.
Oh, man.
Like that was
Linda
it right
Linda gets up in the wheelchair.
That's right.
Oh, man.
But
oh my God, what a storyline that was.
But so this is interesting, though. So let's not just about Vince, and we started to get to it just a couple minutes ago, but like this, the reason why it's been so successful and probably it's been so bad is there's only been one decision maker. And at the end of the day, you can politic all you want, but you needed the ups or that. You need the thumbs up, thumbs down, and the okay from one man, BKM. What does that look like now with, let's say, Bruce Pritchard as head of creative, because he was interim head of talent relations, which is now Triple H. So let's just assume Bruce is head of creative with Steph and Triple H. How
Maybe
does this
Paul
dynamic work?
Maybe Paul Heyman. I think I heard something that Paul Heyman was going to be coming back to the creative side, which would be great if they do that.
And don't forget about the history with Stephanie and Bruce
and Pritchard. Yeah.
Don't be surprised if he's like, gotta go.
Kevin Dunn, is he gone?
Both two hate him. He's next. I heard he's next. He's next, which would be great because he was supposedly one of the reasons why the product may have been shitty because Vince took his word over a lot of people.
Fucky Beaver, motherfucker! Fucky Beaver.
I don't like that guy.
Is that what he would say?
That's Jim Cornette doing his impression of Kevin Dunn.
Oh, that's what Jim Cornette.
Yeah, he hates him.
And that fucking Beaver, motherfucker, Kevin Dunn.
That's actually that's pretty close.
And then that Weasel Meltzer.
I don't know why you're not doing that and releasing that stuff. Cause come on, you got to put that out. Just throw that out randomly every once in a while. Not that one. That one's that's wore out.
It's been done.
I'd love to hear some Jim Cornette impressions. Just
I still love the Meltzer. It still pops me.
It still pops me. What was I going to say? We're the
Brock.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, that's what I was about to get to. So that shows you too how much because Brock just had an interview maybe like a month ago, and they were asking him about the difference between working with Dana White and Vince, and he's like, I have respect for both of them, but with Vince it was more like a father. Like that was the relationship I had versus where with Dana it was just business, and we're good friends and I respect them, but Vince was more of a father. So that just shows you how much I guess it really how close he was to Vince too on that.
Do you think that's the only reason that he left like that? If he's gone, I'm gone. That's really and that's
he probably just sees that. He's all fuck yeah. Here's a good excuse to leave. I'm out of here.
Well, I was wondering about that, but also on the other side of it, and I've talked to some friends about it that are high wrestling fans, and they're like, I would use this to leverage more money. They need him right now. He's scheduled to work certain cards, and that was under Vince. And Vince was always the one that worked out his deals, obviously. So I'm thinking about coming back. Okay, come back, and we'll do this, and this.
Maybe he's afraid of what creative. Maybe he's afraid of what creatively. What they're gonna how they're. Which it'd be stupid to. But it'd be stupid not to use him how they have always used him.
It's a back-end way to say, well, we'll offer you more money, and he might go, okay.
How does he get away with walking before SummerSlam?
We were asking.
It's probably heat of the moment.
Well, heat of the moment maybe, but what if he doesn't
just
show
for tonight?
Up,
is what I mean.
What happens?
Well, they still have another full week
for a major pay-per-view that he's scheduled for.
Right. If he doesn't come down and they can't get him to do the job at SummerSlam, or at least show up in Nashville or do something, do they sue him for the remainder of his contract? We
don't know because SmackDown is not over yet. So, and I don't know if Roman Reigns. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that's popped up on that. I don't know if Roman Reigns has had his segment or if he was supposed to be on tonight, but you never know. Maybe they can capitalize. Maybe they're capitalizing on it.
Austin Theory said his name. Austin Theory said, I don't care if it's the Beast Incarnate. Or I don't care if it's the Tribal Chief. Went on
that's
the very
what
first
I wanted
segment.
to ask because you know who's pushing Austin Theory super hard. It's VK's boy. Does that change now? Like I was wondering about that. What happens to Theory in the next 6 months?
Oh, I think he's.
I know
over.
they better not.
Whether you like him or don't like him.
Yeah, I think he's.
They better what?
Dice cast for that guy. He's over. I don't know if you give him the world belt, but he's well positioned and he worked hard. Like you wouldn't punish him, and I don't think anyone.
I don't mind.
Triple H will be smart enough.
I don't mind Theory. I don't mind Theory at all, Craig. Yeah, I don't mind Theory at all. I think he's great. He's getting the booze. That's what you want. It's working. But in 6 months, is that is that going to change? I mean, he's not gonna have that backing. And I know he works hard. I think he's incredibly talented, and I like him. I like what he's doing. But there's a lot of people that are not. I don't want to say not crazy wrestling fans, but they're not as into it as I am, and they go, "I'm so sick of seeing Theory." Like they're done. They're over it.
Which is
I'm like,
funny. Well, I think it's funny that anyone would think. Well, I'm not your friends, Dave, but I do see people kind of hate. I'm like, dude, he came from the Indies. Like that's what everyone loves, the Indies, right? Like he came from the Indies. So that I see some of the the people that would cheer for the Indie Darlings are like, oh fuck that guy. It's like, come on, man, he's from the Indies. Like what the fuck? Like why? Because he's gonna be the next John Cena.
Austin Theory is Green Day when Green Day went mainstream, is what you're saying. Like Green Day fans, the real hardcore ones all started hating Green Day.
Yeah, but they didn't do that to Daniel Bryan or CM Punk. He was not that he's like them, but he's an indie. He's an indie guy. Austin Theory, he didn't like grow up in the OVW or anything like that. He came from the Indies. So
yeah, I will say I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I think you will see NXT guys not getting shit on so quickly when they go to the main roster, right? I think
Triple H.
You will see maybe Viking Raiders. You might see Ciampa get more respect. A couple of guys that just got buried.
They're fine with Ciampa. They have him with the Miz. I mean, what more can you ask for right now? Yeah. If you're someone that's a Ciampa.
And this could be
Logan Paul. They're feuding with Logan Paul.
But like Gargano never got his shot really. Does he come back?
Yeah, you're right about that. Gargano.
Well, he never went to the main roster.
But that's kind of my question on that. Is the Cruiserweight title still in play? If not, do you see them bringing it back for these guys?
Maybe Triple H is like, finally, yes. But
because I think it's a great belt. I think a lot of people would get a lot of notoriety based, I
hope Triple H actually has more.
Example.
I hope Triple H gets to have more say, and and I hope, like, you can't really want Vince to disappear, like, just because, like, how we keep talking about, he's been there for our whole lives, and it does feel like there's a hole there now. I could kind of see him kind of being back there as like a kind of like, advisory role, like, hey Vince, what do you think? Because he's gonna be hanging around. He's gonna be hanging around. I mean, I would think so. Well, maybe until all this stuff blows over.
With no
until
control,
after.
it might give him a heart attack. I'm telling you. He's just watching stuff happen.
He would go nuts. Imagine him not being in Gorilla, but like telling you what to do, and then like someone else going.
It sounds like WCW, right? The booker's telling you what to do, and you go back.
Or they just pretend like he's not even there.
Why'd you do that?
You pretend that McMahon's not even there.
Like they just pretend he's not there. Like he's like, oh, you should do this now. And they're like, uh-huh.
He's like, what am I, a ghost?
What am I, a ghost over here? What am I, muted? Come on.
Oh man.
See, it's gonna be so hard for him.
Ah man,
I can't imagine him ever taking an advisory role of any type. I can't. If it is, it's gonna be a ruse. That it's not. He's in an advisory position, but he's in control, and everybody knows it.
It's all about succession, man. I know everyone makes jokes about it, but it's true. It's if you have the loyalty of your family, if Triple H and Steph are still loyal to Vince, he'll get what he wants, and then he still kind of has. But you never know, because a couple weeks ago, Stephanie pissed off home and said, "I got to take care of my girls," and then Triple H was in no hurry to kind of come back, and the heart thing. You never quite know what was going on back then. It looked like the rise of Tony Khan and how quick it can change when a man is going to lose everything. One of the kids has to take over.
Nick Khan.
So
it's funny. There's a meme I just saw after it was announced that it was he was co-CEO with them, and it's a picture of Nick Khan, and he's saying, he's all, "You think I just came here for half?" Like, like,
oh wow,
yeah. It's pretty fucking funny.
And so the key to the whole thing is owning the board. So it's owning the board seats and all the votes there. So if Nick can find a way to influence the board, they'll probably all have been. I don't even know, but that's what it's about.
But isn't his wife still on the board, or am I wrong about that? I thought she was.
Linda?
Yeah.
I don't know. He hasn't seen Linda since 2020.
I think she's stepped down. It's like ever since she started in the politics.
Actually, we can look. Right? You guys.
Yeah, you could go. Jamie, look that shit up.
Wow. Well, actually, the board is since 19.
Oh man.
I mean, hey, you know what? It's funny because I was looking at I don't know where I was seeing it. It was something from the early 90s with Vince, and I saw Linda back. Dude, even back then, Linda looked like an old lady. Like,
do
you blame Vince for?
Why you gotta be like that?
I mean, when Sable comes in and you have Linda,
I personally think like their relationship has been like that for a long time, like
a lot longer. Yeah.
Even when like WWF was WWF and they were hot and heavy and they're making movies with Hogan, I think their relationship was like that. I don't really condone that, but I think she's like just keep it out of the press.
All right, check this out. Vincent K. McMahon, chairman of the board, executive, not anymore. This is old. Nick Khan,
as of yesterday.
Stephanie McMahon. Paul Lavis. How do you say his last name? Paul Levesque. Yeah, Steve Corrin, who is chief executive officer of the Atlanta Hawks and State Farm Arena. Ignacy Lahoud, who's chief CEO of Office of Mahad Al Futtaim Leisure, and he's got to be a Saudi Arabian guy. Steve Parman, who's president of Versas.
What's that?
Manjeet Singh, who's former president of Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. Jeffrey Speed, executive of and CFO of Six Flags, and Alan Wexler, senior vice president of General Motors.
Yep,
that's
diverse, man.
That is it's pretty powerful group of people there. Vince just loved having power over all of them, huh?
And none of those people care about creative whatsoever. They just care about the money funnel.
The money.
They're
what about the money?
Who's champion? Ramen Rangas? Who's that? And they're like, how much money did we make last week?
He took the money. He went on the plane ride and took the $12 million.
Oh man.
But that's wow. That's a pretty it's a crazy group of people on the board. So no Linda though.
No Linda.
Yes, I did not and that was from WWE.com. Whether that's current, that could be like last term or whatever. Kevin Dunn used to sit on the board. He's not on there anymore.
He's like, get out of here, bitch.
There's no Shane
He's
at
like, yeah, when
all
you're
anywhere,
election.
right? No, there's no Shane even in the company.
Shane stepped down a while back.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
He's gone a while ago.
But do you try and get Shane back to have some blood back? That's crazy.
Does Shane even want to come back?
If you're not the CEO, how do you put more people on the board? You got to get Stephanie to do it, I guess. I don't know, but you got to get help from Nick Khan to do it because they're co, right?
Yep.
They're co-CEOing, which is we talked about the great Khan over here. Just like he's gonna do it, we're like, nah, it'll never happen. But he's getting closer and closer and closer.
Well, that's why I like seeing that meme of the Mortal Kombat tower where it's him moving up past like Triple H, Stephanie,
That's right.
Shane McMahon.
I think you shared that one. Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Yeah, he is.
It's wild. Like you always thought it would be kept in family, and now it is co-owned by not co-owned, but co-chaired by 50% by non-family.
Khan wins.
Which is crazy because the
fatality.
Stephanie is chairwoman, so
but
apparently
they were 50-50 on it. My bad.
I wonder if The Rock had something to do with Nick Khan, because he had shared a photo like last year or maybe even the year before that, him having like a birthday dinner with Nick Khan's wife or someone or sister or something. But he said been good friends with them for a long time. So I wonder if Rock had any play on bringing him in, maybe.
Oh wow.
Rock's on the board next.
I was gonna say, what if this is The Rock's plan?
Here comes Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart's with him, CEO of the Cruiserweights. I don't know.
We are in crazy uncharted waters, my friends, and
this is.
What
about stupid Tony Khan's tweet, dude? I'm telling you, man. Some of these people think they're Eric Bischoff and WCW, and you're not. You're not up there.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. Like these, I mean, gloat, do that, but
hey, good for him to take
not even gloat.
Situation.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Vince would.
Mm-hmm.
But get your shit right, because someone else tweeted. Actually, the AAA CEO, Fernando, whatever, is the longest tenured wrestling CEO.
It was funny to me, damn it. I don't know.
So it's like, but yeah, I guess Vince would have absolutely.
I don't know though. I like in the WCW days, yeah, but it seemed like he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't really.
He's too old. They're not. They're not a competitor to him.
Exactly.
It never.
So yeah, like Tony could take whatever shots he wants and try to get some attention.
Situation and it's totally fine.
Should we finish off really quickly with what we thought? Or did anyone see the barbed wire match?
I did. It was Botch City.
I saw the aftermath of Jericho, and I was wondering is he really stuck that hard where they had to get pliers to get him out, or was he
got thrown in it? Yeah, he broke his nose too.
But he's like, ow, get off me! You're sticking me into the wire. I was like, oh no. He looked like he was.
Yeah, he fell off the apron and Eddie Kingston threw him. Man, there were so many botches in that match though.
There was.
Yeah.
But
I don't want to go. I'm not done yet. It's all right, Vincent. I'm not done. Vincent, do you have any... I got to Brock Lesnar to beat Roman. I know. I can't go. I know. Vincent, do you want to say something before we leave? Before we wrap up?
I guess I'm the one that's fired now.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be funny.
Just kidding. I bought AEW and New Japan, so everything's fucking cool.
You never know. That might happen.
Yeah.
And AAA.
Get bought next.
And AAA. And CMLL.
And bring it back WCW. So everyone can
NWA.
Go fuck off.
I just Googled GCW and Nick Cage.
I want in on that.
Put me on the board of GCW. Flair's last match.
Yeah. I own Crockett Promotions.
I now own
MLW.
MLW.
I just bought stock in the world's largest light tube company.
I now own all announce tables.
All right, Cuz, take us home.
All right, guys. That was Unscripted. We're done. See you later, Vince. It's been nice knowing you, buddy.
Goodbye, guys. I love you.
We love you, Dad.
And
bye, Dad.
I love you, Dad.
Unscripted.